Hello everyone, welcome to our Let's Play series of the Banner Saga 3. This is Colonel RPG as usual, and I'm very happy that you're chose to join me today as I try to do the best I can. That's basically how it's going. We are fighting, I don't even remember his name, Bulwark, that's right. We're fighting him, and he's nasty. He's just really nasty. We're inside of whatever this is, and we just got a bunch of strength, which is pretty good. Are they gonna break that? Let's see what happens. No, they're attacking him. I'm sort of fine with that. Yeah, sure. Whatever. Not a problem. He does need a little bit of armor thing back. The problem with all of this is that these things break. So what do they do? Send shards flying when struck. How does that work? It doesn't tell me. So I'm in a dilemma here. I can fix his armor, which I probably want to. Yeah, let's first fix the armor, because that's pretty cheap. Do a mend right there. For, like, 2. Well, that's fine. It wasn't that much. Holy crap. Okay, that was pretty terrifying. This guy is also pretty terrible. I think we might lose. Because if he kills Hiver, he just gets another turn. Hiver just didn't pull the, I needed to move. Something happened then. Oh yeah, we're just screwed. We're screwed. Dang it. You're resting. He's gonna die. He doesn't resist this thing. That guy attacks, like, different things and all that. Oh, man. That sucks so much. I could break that, but that just sucks. That just sucks. Oh, come on. And this is a tough battle. I wonder what happens if I... It's a really tough battle. I wonder what happens if I die. Does it let me just restart the battle? Or does it force me to reload? Let's see what happens. Yeah, that's interesting. That's very good, actually. Let's attack you with all of that. He can resist. Yeah, he kills. Oh! That is surprising. He can't move away, though. Oh, come on. That sucks so hard. I got it. How am I supposed to know this? I'm not. That's the issue. I'm not supposed to know this. Like, he goes to the front and it just ruins everything. Oh, crap. I mean, we can do a lot of damage, but he's dead. We got a little bit of health there, but that's not enough. That is not enough. Let's get Arc Lightning over here. That just bad news all around. I'd like to get Arc Lightning over there. That would be pretty good. Can I do that? Let's see. So I have Arc Lightning go over there, so I need 1, 2. This seems pretty straightforward. I need to be here or there, which means I need to be right there. Exactly. Ooh, that's... How do you... Oh, because of these... Okay, that's just bad. That's really, really bad. It's got a mend. Okay. This is interesting. Oh no. That's for you alone. I can't go back there though. I could kill you. That can be quite good actually. Because he does damage. Maybe. It wasn't quite good. Please don't kill him. He didn't. He killed himself. What? Stop. Okay. He killed himself because of the way it works. So you're staying over here. because of him. Yeah. Because he just goes there and murders him. And that's that. He murders 2 of them. It's pretty amazing, isn't it? And I could even attack you, which I have to. Well, it's also possible that I don't kill them both. Or don't kill one of them, at least. I did! Okay, let's see what he does. Is that just about... Oh, breaking my armor. Okay, so that's you dying. Who goes next? That's you back there. You're not gonna do much. You are. And I can go over there and smack you in the face. With some measure of amazing. Exploit as well. Really good. And then that guy's gonna be an issue. Let's keep doing umbrage. Just maximum umbrage for days. We're not getting any... They're not getting any reinforcements, so... Yeah, so this is just bad news. This is also terrible, terrible news. I could try and attack you, and I can. So my edge is over here, which means I can attack you from here. And I might even be able to stop you from doing what you're doing. I don't know if he does, though. That was a good attack. No, that's not a good idea. Break? Oh, yeah. Okay, somebody's gonna take care of you. That guy... well, that's as good as he can get it, of course. Let's attack you. Go with that. Wait, did we lose someone? No, they blew themselves up. Why? I mean, sure? I was lucky. I mean, it's a 20% chance, but still lucky. Okay, a little bit of damage. So we didn't lose anyone, as far as I can tell. Good. And then you're done. Then you're resting. Then you can go over there and finish the job. And get a little bit of experience as well, even though I think it's maximum level. I love it. Oh boy, what a nasty battle. This would have been dead. Like, when I said I was dead, I would be dead if it weren't normal difficulty. I don't even know if the AI chose something less than optimal on purpose. You glance up. The White Tower is much taller than you imagined. Tall enough to reach a sun. You wonder? A trick of perspective. No, there really are that many stairs. Bulwark doesn't look right, still as he is, but he doesn't rise again. Ravens stare, wearing a wide range of emotions on their face. You have no time to gape yourself. You draw Ivan towards the tower, where stairs spiral upward beyond sight, and you take the first of many, many steps. Only we few remember it now. Did anybody say that? I think that's some... Oh, this looks awesome. Bat out of hell. And that's hell with the... It's the Nordic thing. I think there might have been a Varl that said that. Quickly, to the top of the tower. The top of the tower is just up these stairs. This is crazy. I still can't believe that's an actual sun. And you're really going to put it back in the sky somehow? Ivan, Will. Juno, there has to be some other way. I can't... You can. We've come this far. Wait, Juno. Wait. If this is really happening now, give me a moment. Juno and Ivan embrace one final time. Ivan whispers something meant only for her. And then you are forced to move on. But without a timer. And that's the sun. Oh, crap. Okay. That's not how everything would break. But works. It works. Go, let's do this. It's good stone.
The world lives or dies here. This is it.
Well, hopefully it lives. Or at least I get an ending. Because I don't have more time. There's no more time. At the center of the tower, Juno sits upon the pedestal, and Ivan reluctantly begins his task. Juno hovers in the air, immobilized. She looks peaceful, as if finally letting go of the burden she had carried this far, when you hear a faint rumbling. Oh, come on, it's Bulwark again. No! It's worse. Give me Bulwark. Oh no. That's the tower, and the serpent is big. Oh no. It's also all broken at the back. At the end of the front. Oh my god, it's an undead serpent of death. The serpent raises its tattered head to the tower top. It speaks in an ancient tongue, as before. "Begone, creature! You don't even have the strength to crush this tower anymore," says Ivan. The serpent continues its low, undulating speech like smoke rolling over seawater. Ivan stops. He's listening. "Gurthus Vavel," she says. The serpent says. "What does it mean?" "It's giving up. He wants to make a deal? Half a prophecy of extinction," it says. "The darkness will lift, and it will spare Arborang. It consumes only half the world." "Half the world? In exchange for what?" "Juno's energy. If I release it to the serpent, Juno will be gone. But she won't suffer." You can tell Ivan is seriously considering it. "Ivan, this isn't what we came to do." "Things change, Ivor. This is out of your hands now." "Tell me why. Have I not earned that at least?" That's not the reply I would have given, but sure. Ivan returns his attention to you with frustration on his face. Behind him, the serpent rattles in resentment at being ignored. "Why? Because Juno does not deserve this. Don't you understand what is happening here?" "How could I? It's been nothing but lies and secrets since we first met." "What choice did we have? Try to imagine if I told you the truth when we met. It was hard enough convincing anyone to listen in the first place. Back in Sir Sigerholm, when I begged you to wait for Juno, how long did you wait?" "I waited until we were all dead. I had to cut footage. I had to cut footage from the episode. That's how long I waited. Because it was just boring. 250 days or however long. Because I bought a lot of supplies. I waited there forever. And she never came. So I didn't wait any day. Canonically. So screw you, Ivan. I won't do what you want." "Screw you, I won't do what you want." Actually, that would be feign you, because this game has a word for that. Anyway. Not even a single day. No? That's actually... Screw you, game? Screw you, game. Like, a lot. Screw you, game. Screw you, game, a lot. I will never wait a single day there. Does it unlock a different ending? Might as well look it up. That probably doesn't. It just throws something else at my face. "Look at your hair. It's yellow." Ugh. Anyway, and after all I did in Anartov to save the Varl from complete extinction. No, if you knew the truth, you'd have drowned me in that lake yourself. I couldn't even trust you to save yourselves. Trust? All of this was your doing, Ivan. You think I don't know that? Yeah. I like that you admit. Remember how before I said that there's a duality to this whole thing? The fact that he doesn't want the world to die, or rather, not the world to die, specifically in regards to Juno's fate. He doesn't want Juno to suffer, or just to, be bored out of her mind because of being immortal. Although, there probably are fictions that explore that whole thing. The fact that we humans, let me just make an aside here, the fact that we humans are bored is a survival mechanism. Look up Vsauce's video on that. That's Vsauce. Sauce is in, like cranberry sauce, except just, it's the Vsauce. You might know their channel. But look it up. Being bored is a specific physiological thing, because our brains will wither and die. So, if you're immortal, your brain will not wither and die, so you are not going to get bored. So it doesn't work quite the same way. Of course, being immortal doesn't work, because it's not a thing. But anyway, the thing is what I said before. There's a duality to his dilemma, or to his situation here, to his predicament, which is he doesn't want Juno to suffer, but he also doesn't want to be the reason why Juno is suffering. He touched on that multiple times, and the first reply is... You think I don't know that? As if he was thinking of that. Which he was, obviously. But it kind of hints that he was only thinking of that. And he's using it as a maybe an unconscious justification. Yeah, I like that he says that. I like that a lot. Yeah, and I'm totally okay if the game doesn't actually touch on that and just lets me go with this analysis of it, because I'm not sure I don't think he would have been insightful enough to see that in him, especially because Varlar lives so long and there's such a difference of just ways of thinking. Which leads, because of, you know, life, which leads back to the whole thing of being bored. They don't fear being bored. And if you're making a fiction setting where people live for eons, actually they just live for a few centuries, but still, like the elves, make sure you think that into their personalities, because they probably wouldn't have concerns that us humans have. Like, for example, eloping. They probably wouldn't care about that. They wouldn't center their whole societies around that either, because that's just a thing that happens every once in a while. You don't center we don't set our society around going skydiving, because that just happens every once in a while. So, yeah, anyway. What's the point of this, Ivor? He asks. So brothers and clansmen can keep killing each other over petty disputes? So Varl and Dredge can go on destroying each other and over ancient history? Even after we realized that Dredge were only fleeing the darkness, same as the rest of us, even after discovering a Dredge child dying in the snow, an infant, everyone was ready to slaughter it like a pig. And yet the Dredge child lives on even now. And so maybe one in thousands is spared. Is that really what you want to argue right now? If you're going to ask me to weigh the fate of the world against Juno, then tell me why I should care. The serpent slithers anxiously. It's not accustomed to being ignored, but Ivan continues on in spite of the danger. And we both know how this world really is. Remember Dangler's stone? That old woman lies to our faces about who attacked whom. Then she mocks us for not butchering that stone hurler on sight. And even with the truth laid so bare before us, there was a debate. How can we hope to overcome that kind of spite and ignorance, that hatred? What are we fighting so hard to preserve exactly? His last line is... It's interesting because there's two things that immediately come to mind. First off, he's breaking. That's what he's doing right there. He's breaking. What are we fighting so hard to preserve? That is him breaking. His morale leaving. But to the other point is that line is very powerful. And I'm sure it probably is a trope or something, like in war movies and things like that. I say a trope, but probably a commonplace is a better word. But it is powerful. The problem is not doing... Well, it's not the problem in the writing perspective, but for his character. He's not delivering the right arguments. You don't stop fighting for your country because so many people are jerks and hate each other. You don't, stop fighting for humanity because of that reason as well. And if you do, you're on very shaky grounds, because haven't you read The Lord of the Rings? That's the whole point of the whole thing. Because, Mr. Frodo, I still believe that there's some good in the world, said Samwise Gamgee. Was it Gamgee? That name sounds strange in my mouth, but I think it was. And I always thought there was such a powerful message that was very much the center point of Sam's character throughout The Lord of the Rings, that at the end, when you see the ending, resonates a lot. And it's not explicitly stated either by Tolkien in the movie, or in the book. He doesn't touch it directly in saying, and I really like the way Lord of the Rings does it, because he doesn't finish the characters explicitly. He does it implicitly, and you have to realize who the characters are to realize their journey and the end of their journey, which just makes their journey all the more powerful, because you can then draw your own conclusions. And Sam, who is the main character, basically, of the whole saga. No, not quite like that. There's many main characters, but anyway, Sam has that whole storyline of because there's some good in the world, and he's doing the opposite argument. And you could do other arguments because I was like when I was reading him, maybe because I was reading him, I was thinking in my head that Juno is gonna make a huge sacrifice, an infinite sacrifice, and maybe it's not a sacrifice so much as, you know, inflicted by him, but she's ready for that. And that's also another thing. We're not taking her into account into any of this. She wants that, and it's his morale that's failing. So he could make an argument, I think, to weigh the infinity of her single sacrifice against half the world. Is that what it is? Because I think that is what it is. But he just fails to do that. And I'm glad he does. Well, actually, I don't know. Depends on the endings. If both endings are satisfying in their own way, then I wish that he wouldn't have made it so easy to not sympathize with him. He made it legitimate for us to be like, yeah, sure, whatever, makes sense. But it's not. For me, it's not easy to sympathize with him. You can't burn down everything down over a few mistakes. I'm gonna say that. A few? Misery comes over and over again. Are we really better off this way? You don't know the depths of it the way I do. There was a woman near our Orsma River after we somehow survived crossing the chasm. Some of her own clansmen had tied her to a stake, which, they screamed, she was meant to starve to death. I can still see her face, the torture and the pain. Do you remember how many days she had hung there, starving, before we arrived? 4 days. You sound so confident, but you're wrong. They told us 3. Maybe those... That didn't matter. That the answer didn't matter. And I didn't remember. Maybe those men lied, or with the sun stopped, maybe they miscounted. She had been there at least 7 days already. I could feel her agony in the tapestry. According to their own absurd rules, it proved she wasn't a witch. She should have been freed. Can you imagine suffering like that for a world that doesn't even remember you? That's what this is about, isn't it? This is about Juno. Yeah, Ivor. Welcome to the conclusion. Of course it's about Juno. This has always been about Juno. Ivan is losing control, barely listening. Yeah, because he's holding us safe, by the way. Worse, the coils of the serpent are wrapping tighter around the tower, and you can see thin licks of blue flame from its malicious face. When we found Juno's body smashed and broken on the frozen sea, I saw that same fate for her as that poor woman starving to death. Suffering, alone, forgotten. Everyone else was so quick to give up on her. I'm grateful that you did not, but that's what you're asking me to do now. Don't look at me like that. I know what you're thinking. I know what everyone is thinking. This is my fault after all, so just toughen up and do it. Hard for anyone to sympathize with what I've done. But maybe you can, Ivor. Balor came to Einartoft for blood. He came after the one who killed Reyes and his child. When you faced off against him on the bridge, I finally recognized you. The Valka were supposed to hand you over to the Sunder as part of our peace agreement, but we couldn't find you. I thought about leaving you for Balor then, at Einartoft. I didn't. It would have saved countless lives. It would have saved Rook's life. I'm not going to let Juno suffer for my mistakes. Do not interfere, Ivor. This choice is mine to make. Trust that it will be to everyone's benefit. If you try to stop me, I will not hold back. Well, it's a good thing he's level 12 and or level 15 or level 11 or something. Ivan turns away from you, his body radiating immense power, lightning crackling and tattooing the stonework with scorch marks. Alfrun catches your eye, as if saying, "You see?" She signals her plan to complete the ritual in place of Ivan. If you're going to do something, it has to be now. Ivan, this isn't what Juno wanted. Ivan doesn't turn around, but you can feel his anger boiling over. Juno is everything this world deserves. Instead, you got me. And I will not let you have her. Ivan, wait! Are we fighting? I don't know that we're fighting. I think he did the deal. Huh. So it's a choice of 3 ends at the end. I mean, it's a tough journey. It's a really, really tough journey. Let me see if I recognize anyone from here. Casey Griggs, I think I know him. He used to be from BioWare. But I don't know anyone else. I want to do another ending, though. That's the finale. That is the... not the choice. That is this. So this is before the battle. So if I want the ending, I need to do the battle again. I found a different ending. Which is okay. Which is okay. Let's look at it again. So he's making a deal. And Juno... Is that the energy? But the serpent, basically this prolongs the life of the serpent. That's why the serpent wanted that. And this is the twisted remains of the world, now free of the darkness, maybe. And that's the banner, of course. Everybody's dead. Did they die? This might be a bad ending. The soundtrack is definitely bad. Huh. Well, I have 3 games ahead of me on maximum difficulty. Probably to play by myself. It's a very chill game to play by just, you know, watching something or listening to something and saves coming like crazy. Oh boy. The Banner Saga 3, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much for joining me. And I really hope you enjoyed it. We will be starting in... well, actually, we are already many other games playing at the same time. So there will not be another Let's Play that will substitute this one. But I'm really glad you joined me for the 3rd and last chapter. I don't know if they plan on something else. They did release a new update that adds a specific change to the survival mode. I don't remember what it was, but this game just keeps being updated. I don't know what's in the future for Stoic. I know I didn't get the ending I wanted, and I want to see it some other time. Until then, thank you so much for joining me. I will see you next time. Bye-bye.
Spell